Let's talk about Mickey 17.
Spicy.
Take two.
The latest sci-fi flick that asks what if your job was just dying over and over and over again for the sake of corporate efficiency? Because that's basically the deal here. Robert Pattinson's Mickey is what they call an expendable, a guy whose entire existence revolves around doing dangerous tasks, dying horribly, and getting cloned back to life like it's some sort of nightmarish company health plan. And if that setup wasn't dystopian enough, Mark Ruffalo plays the villain, and he's basically Elon Musk with extra corporate sleaze, as if Elon would need any more of that. He runs the colony like an iron-fisted billionaire tech bro, dropping inspirational speeches about efficiency and sacrifice while literally treating human lives as disposable. Oh, and at one point, he does the little Trump dance. I'm all for social messaging and caricature in films, so this feels like a great nod.
You're not mad, right?
But look, beyond all the satire and billionaire takedowns, Mickey 17 is actually a damn good sci-fi flick that brings some fresh ideas to the table. Backed by solid performances and some really compelling moral dilemmas, one of the strongest things about Mickey 17 is that it actually has something to say. A lot of sci-fi movies like to play with big ideas, but this one actually follows through. It's not just a story about cloning and expendability, it's a story about identity, sacrifice, and whether the system even sees you as human in the first place. And it's not just doom and gloom dystopian slog. Mickey 17 and Mickey 18, his later clone, represents two different approaches to survival. Mickey 17 is the heart showing the importance of kindness and empathy, even in the face of a system designed to grind people down. Mickey 18, on the other hand, is the rebellion, embodying the idea of personal sacrifice and fighting back against oppression no matter the cost. The movie does a great job balancing these ideas, making you genuinely care about the characters and what happens to them. There are some fantastic moral dilemmas in here, like if you die and get cloned, is the next version of you really you? And if you're replaceable, does your life even matter? Heavy question, sure, but the movie actually explores them instead of just using them as background noise. Now, Robert Pattinson has been on a roll with weird existential roles, and Mickey 17 is no exception. He absolutely nails the nervous, self-deprecating vibe of a guy who knows he's just a walking meatbag waiting to be recycled. The voice of Mickey is really well placed and effective. It really sells his timidness and adds a lot of depth to the character. Then we have Mark Ruffalo, who's having the absolute time of his life playing Space Elon. He struts around, giving smug speeches, pretending to care about the greater good, while clearly only caring about power. And honestly, it's one of the best performances he's given in years. The visuals in this movie are absolutely solid. The space colony feels lived in and functional, somewhere between corporate dystopia and sci-fi frontier town. The cloning process is eerie but fascinating, and there are some genuinely beautiful shots in here that make the whole thing feel like a proper sci-fi epic. On top of that, I sat in the D-Box motion seats while watching this one. And it's incredible. The rumbling from the engines of spacecrafts and my chair tilting and panning to match the camera moves made it feel like I was right in the movie. The film also balances tension really well. It's not just non-stop action. There's plenty of quieter moments that let the themes breathe, and when things do ramp up, it feels earned. Let's be real, this movie is not subtle about its messaging. It's very much about corporate greed, the value of human life, and how the system will replace you the second you're not useful. But rather than just hammering you over the head with it, it actually integrates these ideas into the story really well. Mickey's entire backstory is rooted in financial struggle. He didn't choose to be an expendable for fun, he was forced into it by debt and a loan shark. The system isn't just corrupt, it's set up to ensure that people like Mickey never escape it. It's very on the nose, but it works because the movie actually takes time to show how and why these structures exist. And while the whole Elon Musk Trump parody thing is very on the nose as well, it's great and ties into the movie perfectly. Ruffalo plays it with just the right amount of cartoonish evil to keep it entertaining rather than draining. At the end of the day, Mickey 17 is a solid sci-fi thriller that actually has something to say. It's got great performances, thought-provoking themes, and a unique spin on the whole cloning concept. It actually makes you think while also giving you an entertaining story with some fantastic performances. I'm giving this one a... I wasn't able to find any actual ghost peppers for this one, so I did end up just going with a sauce that I put on a wing. If you're into cerebral sci-fi with a touch of dark humor and corporate dystopia, you're gonna have a great time. And hey, if nothing else, you get to see Mark Ruffalo do a little Trump dance in space. So that alone is worth the price of admission. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more reviews just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's have another bite.